Now, poll after poll in the US show that a growing number of Americans think it's high time to lift the embargo against Cuba. It's been in place for over half a century and was designed to bring down Fidel Castro, but it's Cuban citizens who suffer. But despite political promises from President Obama downwards, it seems the powerful anti-Castro lobby won't let the embargo drop anytime soon, as RT's Kayleen Ford investigates.
Cuba, 90 miles from America's shores and for 52 years, a world apart. Following the Cuban Revolution in 1959, the U.S. imposed an embargo on all trade, investment, and travel in an attempt to bring down the communist government of Fidel Castro. Some of the Cubans who fled the island for the U.S. pushed to keep this agenda alive, and so the anti-Castro lobby was born.
They give a lot of money. You know, U.S. elections are, in fact, privately financed, so they've been able to figure out how to play the game. So even though they're a small percentage of the population, they play very big in a key swing state.
Polls consistently show that two-thirds of Americans favor ending the embargo and normalizing relations with Cuba, and some in Congress agree.
It's about time we talk to Cuba and stop fighting these wars that are about 30 or 40 years old.
Anti-Castro groups have given more than $1.7 million in donations to federal candidates from 2004 to 2010, more than $500,000 in 2010 alone to both Republicans and Democrats, ensuring U.S.-Cuba policy remains virtually unchanged.
A strict quarantine on all offensive military equipment under shipment to Cuba.
That it will enhance the effectiveness of the embargo.
The United States will keep the embargo in place.
Fewer than 1% of Americans are of Cuban origin, and the majority emigrated before the end of the Cold War. Unlike the rest of the Hispanic population in the U.S., 58% of Cubans are U.S. citizens.
Cubans who arrive and step foot on beaches in South Florida are on their way to citizenship. Haitians who arrive and set foot on the beaches of Miami are on their way to a detention center and deportation.
Cuban Americans are also a force to be reckoned with in Congress.
We definitely are the most overrepresented community in Congress.
With 2 senators and 4 representatives.
We say Zapata vive. Otto Ray, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo?
Including the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Ileana Ros-Lehtinen.
I welcome the opportunity of having anyone assassinate Fidel Castro and any leader who is oppressing the people.
They have powerful political action committees behind them, like the U.S.-Cuba Democracy PAC, the #1 campaign donor in 2006 with more than $500,000.
Our community is very focused and it's very concentrated in Florida and New Jersey. Therefore, we really have to make an effort to get out there and create the relationships.
Do you lobby?
Essentially.
An agenda that has been known to change many politicians' minds, including President Barack Obama's.
I think it's time for us to end the embargo on Cuba.
Yet Obama changed his mind while campaigning before the Cuban American National Foundation.
As president, I'm not going to take off the embargo.
But while the majority of Americans favor ending the sanctions against Cuba, even protesting in the streets, they have yet to match the strength of the anti-Castro lobby. Kayleen Ford, RT, Washington, D.C.